Let me tell you about my shoe. My shoe is called shoe and it is made of leather. Do you know what else is made of leather? My car seatbelt. Let me tell you about my car seatbelt. It straps you in so you don't jerk around. Do you know what else jerks around? My shoelaces. Let me tell you about my shoe. The thing is, my shoe really does, shoe. So, imagine a world without shoes. How would you like that? We'd be walking barefoot and getting stuff in our feet. Do you know what else gets stuff in our feet? Buses. The best thing about buses to me is the seatbelts. When they click you in and it stops you from jerking around everywhere. Stops you from doing stuff to the person in front of you. It stops you from spilling your coffee on this person next to you, giving them brown stains on their laps. Shoes are a wonderful thing. Do you know what else is a wonderful thing? A car. My car has leather. Do you know what else is made of leather? My shoe. So, you know what? Let me tell you about my shoe. It's called shoe and it's made of leather. Do you know what else is made of leather? My car seatbelt. It straps you in so you don't jerk around. Do you know what else jerks around? My shoelaces. Let me tell you about my shoe. It's called shoe and it's just walk. Walking is important because we need to walk. Without it, life would be so painful and so damn scratchy. Do you know what else is so damn scratchy? Velcro. And do you know where you get Velcro? In labs. And do you know what they use to build labs? Metal. And do you know what else has metal in it? Snowshoes. So let me tell you about my shoe with metal. These are my walking boots. They have little metal hooks and they use for walking over long hills. So they're really important to my heart. So that's how much I love my shoe.
Wow. See, this is what... See, when people think of brain rot, they'll always be like, oh my god, skibbity toilet tung tung so ho. Nobody cares. Nobody asked. When I asked if I asked any viewer right now, what's the best brain rot, I don't think anyone would think about a shoe having that good of a meaning. Brain rot, I know everyone's like, oh my god, brain rot is the biggest thing ever because we kind of need it. It's like a lifeline for some of us kids.
What we really need is shoes.
That's right. And that is why I think that if you want to see a real meme YouTube, here you go. Now, thank you for watching, guys. I can understand that this was the weirdest video of all time because we're doing a weird YouTube game, but this is just because I want to make sure that we can get a bunch of likes on this video, and I'm hoping that we can make the new brain rot. The shoe brain rot. And you know what also reminds me of shoes? Brain rot. Let me tell you a bit about my own shoes experiences. See, I have these tiny little things in my shoes called studs, and they are like walking boots, except they make sure that you can't fall over when you're going in the mud. Now, do you know what's also very muddy? My car. Now, my car is the muddiest thing you'll ever see if you go in it, as I will always walk in there with my sports boots. Now, my sports boots are known as super sports boots. And do you know what's also super? It is a sport. And you know what also reminds me of sport? my shoes and my kit. And also reminds me of my kit? What I love doing, which is playing with them. And what I can do while I'm playing with them? I can not fall over while I'm running around in the mud. Now, let me tell you a bit about mud. Mud is really dirty, and everyone says it's the worst thing ever, but honestly, what's worse than having no shoes? They're the lifeline. You need some shoes. If you didn't listen to this meme, you wouldn't understand what a shoe's main purpose is. Now, let me tell you a bit about studs. They're metal, they're amazing, and they make sure that you don't slip over when the ground is either very muddy or very dirty. Do you know it's also very dirty? Not so very dirty? Your main priority of keeping them clean. If you have any shoes like fancy designer shoes, then that's why everyone will know that your shoes are amazing. And do you know fancy shoe? And do you know what also is fancy? A dinner. And do you know what there is? These things called slippers that you have most of your meals with when you can't be bothered to go out. And do you know what I also use my slippers for? Going to get my walking shoes. And do you know what my walking shoes will do? They'll be the secondary priority of not having studs. And do you know what also reminds me of studs? My walking boots. And do you know what also is related to my walking boots? Boots. And do you know what? When boots are made of leather, do you know what's also made of leather? A car seat. And do you know what a car seat uses to stop you from flying? A belt. And a belt will stop you from going jingling around. And what's also hard to make and what's hard to use and also jingles around? A seat belt. Now let me tell you a story about a seat belt. See, I once met a seat belt that would not stop moving around. So if you just jank it, it will just realize that it's like laces. You need to jank them into place and tell them what they should be doing instead of letting them have the full control. Now, that was it for today's video, guys. That may be the most heartfelt shoe meme ever. And we did go a bit off script, but you don't need a script to have fun, do you?
No.
Now, the shoe guy we have announced that there will be some changes coming to the channel. In fact, that we may even give the shoe guy a channel someday soon. Or we will make a second channel for the shoe meme. If this video gets let's just say, if this video gets 10k likes, we will literally make a special channel for this, and we will literally post it publicly and we will try and post it to big content creators to shout this out. Now, I hope you enjoyed the shoemaking content, and we will just finish this video. Well, the shoe guy does tell you about this secret, that the shoe meme was actually made because of a joke of his shoe and his laces, and that were both very janking around. So, he can tell you a bit about the story while we finish this. So, hit it away, shoe guy.
Some other bits that I like to do about the shoe when it comes to talking about shoelaces is the fact that, well, I've probably lost about 2 pairs of shoelaces. Somehow, they've slipped out my shoes mysteriously. No clue how. So yeah, I gotta go.
Well, that'll be enough from him, and that'll be enough from us. Now, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you did enjoy the shoe meme. Now, peace, and make sure this becomes the biggest meme ever.